So let's start on a soulful journey through the heart of Sikkim and experience it through the lens of a cyclist. Let me tell you that this is the Sikkim which none of the video will show you. This journey will reveal the true soul of Sikkim, the Himalayan paradise. Today is day 414 of Chandigarh to Australia cycling trip and day 5 of cycling here in Sikkim. This city name is 13th Mile. I woke up early in the morning at 5:30 am. The roads were quiet but the atmosphere was serene. Last night I got the opportunity to sleep in a traditional wooden house of Sikkim. These are the kind of houses which I usually admired from the outside, but spending a night inside one of them is completely a different experience. So when I woke up this morning and opened the window of that room, the views were breathtaking. I felt like home with a lovely family, with a brother, a sister-in-law, and their 2 smart kids. They made us feel so welcome, offering us morning tea in the room and the fruits when we were about to leave.
Oh, thank you जी. वाह.
खाना खा के जाइए ना, खाना हो गया तो।
पता नहीं सुबह मैंने तो वो सेल रोटी खाया ना जो आपने दिया था, तो मेरे तो फुल है, बिल्कुल भूख नहीं है अभी.
खाना खा के जाइए.
नहीं अभी तो बिस्किट वगैरह खा लिए, वो रख.
हो गया.
जी जी बिल्कुल.
After taking some lovely photographs with them, we began our ride. Those were the heartwarming moments that will stay with me forever. But there is one thing that we have not figured out, and that is, are we heading towards South Sikkim or not? In the last 2 days, after cycling in Sikkim, we have realized one thing very clearly. Our bicycles' brakes are in a very bad condition and they are not meant to handle these kind of steep downhills. Will it be our last day in Sikkim, or we will stay few more days while exploring South Sikkim further? That is something which is not certain yet.
Hello, bye. Bye.
The roads here are badly damaged. On the top of that, they are wet, they are muddy, and that is because there is lots of water which is streaming down from the mountains. When I ride little further, I saw a water stream on the left hand side, and this water stream is coming out of a waterfall on the top of that. We passed a milestone written Sikkim 10 kilometers, which was an indication that till now we have covered only 3 kilometers. Luckily, soon we arrived to this part of the road where the road conditions were far better and the views were more beautiful. In all the direction you will see the green mountains stretched endlessly with the peaks gently wrapped in the clouds. These better road conditions were making the downhill ride enjoyable. This is how the Sikkim village looks like, simple yet captivating. While riding, Prashant and I shared some of the observations about the people of Sikkim, especially about the Sikkim girls.
Sikkim is more open, I think.
Yeah,
What do you think?
that's what I have seen actually. I found that when I was coming to Gangtok,
Yeah.
so 90% were the girls who were clicking the pictures and talking to me, not the boys. And they're very open and confident.
Yeah, I also experienced the same.
Yeah, but if you go back to UP and Bihar,
No, you even you can't smile.
they are like
Yeah.
chui-mui in their own shell. They cannot come out and talk and speak in public. Not the capacity issue.
Being a traveler, if you are smiling, they think that you are like Lion Maro and the other things.
They will
But not
take it
here.
wrong, yes. When I was riding very fast on the downhill, I had to apply the brakes suddenly, and that was because I saw a mother dog. She was looking very weak. Hello. Very good. इसकी तो हालत बड़ी खराब है. I should give him more. It was like she had not had anything from long time.
ये लो, डरो मत. Please, खाओ. Come. Eat. For you only. खा ले. Okay. Oh goodness, so hungry. I didn't give him the whole packet. One more.
Soon after, a little ahead, another milestone appeared. As per this milestone, Singtam is 3 kilometers. That is the road. It's a steep from last almost 7 kilometers, and we still have to decide if we are going to Namche or not. With a short ride, we reach to this place where there is a diversion with a signboard. If we go straight, that will lead us to Singtam and we can go out of Sikkim. But if we take the right turn from here, that will take us to Tumin, Tumin, Amley, Amaley, and Namche, which is in South Sikkim. So this was the moment when we had to make a final call. So we decided to think about it while having a meal along with a cup of tea. So leaving our bicycle with the support of a wall, we went to this roadside stall. We had a plate of roti and sabji and a cup of tea and paid 60 rupees for that. And you know what we decided? So with the discussion and with the guidance of the local, we decided that we are going to Namche, that is in South Sikkim. But before leaving on this difficult journey, we filled the air into the tires. The road which is heading to Namche is very busy. So first we crossed this bridge over the Tista river. You know, after crossing this river, what welcomed us? It was a steep climb with several loops. The road was in a terrible condition. Those were badly damaged with full of muddy patches and loose gravel. This was a landslide prone area. Because of the heavy traffic on this road, the road conditions were bad. And why not? Because this is the only road which is connecting South and West Sikkim to Gangtok. That cab is going to Ravangla from Siliguri. I thought to show you the road, how it is on this place. I don't know for how long it will go like this. Right now where we are climbing after crossing the Tista river. So that was the road where we were coming down this morning, and now we are climbing to another side of Tista river on another mountain. We stopped at a roadside stall which was selling various kind of plants including flower, cactus, and I also saw a different kind of a unusual fruit. कौन सा फल है जो आगे रखा हुआ है? Momchi. Momchi, okay. Is it sweet or खट्टा है? Taste नहीं है. So as we continued riding on this road got transformed into a proper 2-lane stretch, which was offering breathtaking views of lush green mountains. This was the Amley city. From here, the ride became smoother, more enjoyable, and making it a fun experience. But unfortunately, this comfort did not last long. Soon the series of the loops started. So I'm really tired of climbing now, and I'm sweating badly. All the sweat drops, you know, they're falling down on my eyes. It's a gradual climb, but it's continued gradual climb. After a kilometer or so, you definitely have to take some break and rest and then continue again. The locals told us that on the way to Namche, there will be around 22 to 23 different kind of loops with all climb till Namche city. I saw a signboard written Namche 41 kilometers. So on this turn, there is an entry gate made to Yangtang, a city in the Sikkim. As we climbed on these steep section of the road, we saw a local boy struggling to pull his scooter. The rear wheel of his scooter got punctured. We thought to help him. Using my electric pump, we tried to refill the air into the tire, but unfortunately the puncture was too big. So while the boy called to his brother for the help, I came to know that he is the younger brother of Promit, and that is something very surprising. If you have seen the episode of Day 1 Riding in Sikkim, Promit is that boy who made me have a cup of tea with him because it was his birthday on that day. So here I felt like the world is so small, and especially Sikkim is the smallest. So this boy stayed there waiting for the help while we resumed our journey. In Sikkim, polythene bags are banned. Here they used khaki color paper bags, and this is the factory where they produce that paper which is for the use for making the paper bags. And I came to know about this from him. What's your name? Kashinath. So he has shared this information with me. I believe this is an excellent initiative promoting the sustainability, and I hope other states would do something like that. The road ahead was full of curves and steep climbs. I saw this dog looking at me, so I thought he's hungry. So I'm giving him half packet of biscuit. Yellow, come. Okay, eat baby. Very good. You're so cute, you know that? See, look at his stomach, it's empty. Both the water bottles were empty, and I was searching for some water source roadside, and this is the time when I saw a water tank at a height, and it was not easy to reach to that water tank. How to go, that's the problem. Let's see if I can go via this. After climbing this,
I'm stuck here.
With some efforts, finally I made to the water tank and refilled both the water bottles. That dog was still roaming there, maybe he wanted more food.
Come, Ajo, come. Give him remaining half also. Now we are friends, okay? See, it's smiling. Come, baby. Ajo, ye lo. I could win his trust now. All right. Khao. Hello. There's one more dog. He had seen him. He's more concerned about him. He is eating those biscuits which he left, did not eat. That's a good sign. Both are happy now.
So we continued riding, interacting with the locals along the way, and then we reached to this place where the whole scenery got changed suddenly. We saw the green terraced fields where the paddy crop is transitioning from green to the golden color, and that is creating a mesmerizing contrast that made this landscape uniquely beautiful. I was very tired and I was looking for some place to rest, and this is the time when I saw a wooden made roadside stall. Sitting there, I rested for a while and soaked into the views. This small break turned into a nearly an hour long break. During this time, few kids came and started chatting with me, which filled those moments with joy.
लोग साइकिलिंग बीच को लाइक करो, शेयर करो और सब्सक्राइब करो.
Okay. आपका नाम क्या है? हाँ? क्या बोला? Swamir. Okay. So the city where we were at that time is known as Tarku, TRKU, which is divided into three parts: Lower Tarku, Middle Tarku and Upper Tarku. Tarku lies in the Namche district of South Sikkim. Located at an altitude of 6,000 feet, it is well known for its proximity to the famous Temi tea state, which is the only tea state in Sikkim and spanning across 440 acres of land. It was established in 1969 and it is renowned for its high quality organic tea, which is sold at a premium price internationally. So because of that Temi tea state, Tarku is favorite among the travelers and the tourists, and that's because it's serene ambience and the natural beauty. So as we rode further, taking a U-turn on a bend, I saw something incredible on my left hand side. It was a layer of mountain peaks which were rising majestically.
You can see little foggy and cloudy, and I'm out of breath right now because of the climb.
The sight was so captivating that we could not resist stopping to admire it. So for a few minutes I kept sitting there, and I'm glad that I did it. It was a moment of cherish. After riding few more kilometers, I saw Prashant nearby a temple searching for water, but he could not find. Luckily I had refilled the bottles from that water tank, so I gave him one of the bottle. There was a signpost mentioned that this highway was constructed by NHIDCL. On one of the turns, a small child approached me asking for water. I shared it from my bottle. He also asked for something to eat, so I opened the front basket so that he can pick whatever he liked.
बिस्किट है चाहिए?
ये क्या है?
ये भुजिया है. थोड़ा सब बचा हुआ है, ज़्यादा नहीं है.
और ये
आइसक्रीम नहीं है बेटा. केला ले सकते हो आप, बिस्किट ले सकते हो. ये भुजिया बचा, ये ले सकते हो.
ये बिस्किट नहीं है?
नहीं वो नहीं है, पार्ले जी है बस देख लो, यही सब है, खाली पड़ा है सब. ओके, ठीक है बेटा.
आप ऊपर जाएंगे कि?
One thing I have observed about the people of Sikkim and Darjeeling, and it is their deep love for the flowers. They don't just grow them in front of the houses or in the balcony, they also grow the flowers on the roadside, which add a different kind of vibrancy into the entire landscape. Later, around 5 o'clock, we stopped at a hotel roadside for a tea break.
But ये वाइन शॉप है मुझे. It's not a tea shop. Okay. होटल रेस्टोरेंट है. मे भी होगी टी.
भैया चाय है क्या? दो चाय.
अब बाहर आएंगे तो अजीब ही फीलिंग होगी. हम ले लेंगे. थैंक यू.
While sitting under the umbrella and having that tea, the rain started pouring.
घड़ी की शॉप है ना.
For this 2 cup of tea, we paid 40 rupee, which was kindly paid by the cycle yatri. As it started getting dark, we continued our riding. At one point of a time, a car stopped nearby. A young boy stepped out of it.
Right.
So I just saw you were just clicking your picture with someone.
Yeah.
So I was just like, let's just have some travel with Tanu.
Your name is Tanu.
Yeah, my name is Shantanu. So Tanu is my nickname. All like friends वगैरह तनु ही बोलते हैं मुझे.
Perfect man.
So I am little jolly and bubbly, तो मुझे लोग तनु तनु ही बोलते हैं.
My best wishes are with you, so that you become a successful YouTuber.
Okay, I really wanted to see you. Guys, please share and subscribe to both of us channel. बहुत अच्छा लगा मिलके यार, सही में बहुत अच्छा लगा, बहुत पॉजिटिव वाइब आ रही है अभी ना.
It was completely dark when we saw a signboard directing us to take the left turn towards Namchi. It was completely dark by now.
Okay, this is the board telling me Namchi 32 on left, Temi is 6 again on left, and Ravangla, if I go straight 20 kilometers, we will reach Ravangla.
And it was getting very difficult to find a place to stay. So we asked from many locals, but there was no success. We asked from this man.
गाँव तो मिलेगा ना आगे?
आगे गांव मिलेगा, ऊपर में बाजार मिलेगा.
हाँ ठीक उधर ही देख
यहाँ से 5 किलोमीटर ऊपर बाजार मिलेगा. 8 बाजार लगता है ना.
हाँ 8 बाजार.
क्रॉस करके.
ये टेस्ट वो सेट लगा हुआ है.
सेट लगाया हुआ है.
अच्छा हाँ.
So this man suggested us a location which is 5 kilometers from here, and it is in the vegetable market. But soon we realized that climbing 5 kilometers in such a dark is going to be impossible. So we dropped that idea of reaching to that shed in the vegetable market and started searching for some place nearby to pitch our tents. So with my headlamps on my helmet, we continued climbing turn by turn. Eventually we spotted a marriage tent. A little ahead, after climbing on few more turns, we saw a motor garage on the left, and there was a open space in front of that. We thought that this is a suitable place where we can pitch our tents. So I went downstairs to ask for the permission. I knocked at the door. A young man whose name is Ajay came out, and before giving his permission, he spoke to his brother Anup to confirm it. After a brief discussion with his brother over the phone, Anup gave us the permission to sleep there that night. He led us to the stairs on the rooftop. There they have made a wooden cabin.
यहाँ तो टेंट लगाने की जरूरत नहीं है, ऐसे खुले में भी सो सकते हैं.
पूरा हो जाएगा ना.
अच्छा ये ठंडा हो, हाँ फिर ठीक है, उस हिसाब से टेंट ठीक रहेगा. जी ठीक है सर.
They used that wooden cabin for storage purpose. So not only they allowed us to pitch our tent there in that wooden cabin, Ajay also gave us the water for drinking. Anu bhai came with a cup of tea.
Oh my God! So nice of you, Anup bhai. Thank you so much. Thank you. Nice, huh? देखिए कितना ख्याल रख रहे हैं. थैंक्स अ लॉट अनूप भाई.
वही कह रहा था, सिक्किम का 3rd डे हमारा
जी.
लिटरली 3 दिन से हम रोज कोशिश कर रहे हैं कैंप लगाने की. बट मैं ये बोलूंगा कि सिक्किम के लोग हमें टेंट नहीं लगाने दे रहे. दे ऑलवेज प्रोवाइड अस accommodation and tea, coffee and all the things. Thank you so much भाई.
Really nice. Thanks.
And with his permission, I connected my extension cord with the holder of a bulb.
ये देखिए अडेप्टर चार्जिंग की जुगाड़ हो रही है यहाँ पे.
We pitched our tent inside the wooden cabin and settled for that night. This is how another day of our journey came to a peaceful end. My total expenses of the day are 60 rupee for that roti and sabji, along with the tea, rupees 40 for another cup of tea, which was paid by Cycle Yatri. Dinner we have skipped, so there is no charges for dinner. So total expenses of the day are 60 rupees only. Today we have covered a distance of 29 kilometers with average speed of 5.5 km per hour, and the highest point which we have climbed today is 1345 meters. So what I have learned today, I have learned that though we have had a tough day while climbing on muddy and dusty roads, and we could get only one meal throughout the day, but that all is completely worth it against those magical views and the beauty and the kindness of the people. So whenever you get into such kind of a tough situation, when you feel demotivated, when you feel harassed, so take a break from the routine, go to the laps of Mother Nature, have some fresh air, lose yourself into the beauty of the nature for some time. This will refill your energy as it did with us today many times. So taking a break in the tough situation, going back to Mother Nature really helps, and that really makes a difference. So if you like this kind of a story of mine, then subscribe to my channel World Wonder Cycling on a Budget and hit the bell icon so that you get the notifications of my videos first. It was a day of discovering the undiscovered Sikkim, which is beyond the tourist places. It is about the people, the places, and Sikkim. It was an amazing experience exploring Sikkim with its natural beauty. I'm giving you the link of that video here. After this video, please watch that video. That's all for now. We will meet soon again with the story of a new day of human kindness from around the world. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye bye.